game is to make myself look older.
And hello everybody, and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will, I'm a D&D sex psycho. We're back today for another episode of Kult, Divinity Lost, and we're back with the full cast and crew today to get back into the horrors of the dreams and some of reality as well, because we're playing in 2019, and so the horror is very much all around us. But let's go around the cast and crew today. Let's remind ourselves of who we are and who we're playing. Let's skip over Charlie, because I know she's having some mic issues right now, working on them at the moment. And let's go straight to Lindy. Lindy, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing spiffy. I'm playing Cassie Sue, or Cassandra Suzanne Price. You know, she responds to all three. And she is an occultist, a charming Southern belle, and an antiques dealer, estate salesperson. She's very competent and like definitely the most attractive woman anyone's ever seen, especially in this group, especially to her boyfriend, and isn't bitter about anybody or jealous about anything at all.
Oh boy. Well, Tom, how you doing today?
Yeah, I'm not so bad. I'm not so vain as some characters when it comes to looks. But yeah, not too bad. I'm excited to see this heist go absolutely tits up. I'm that confident about it. But yeah, I can't wait to get going. I'm playing Thomas, who is kind of like a hobo / drifter / crazy person who can't remember anything past 10 years ago. I'd say before 10 years ago, sorry. There we go, yeah. So it's fun.
Yes. Absolutely, fantastic. And Pruitt, how you doing today, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing great, Will. It's fun to get back into the makeup and back into the habit of Percival Randolph Stewart III. I'm gonna ignore that crack there, Tom. That's fine. Wait till you're 40, and you'll feel different about it. Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens here. I'm sure Percy's gonna have a great night's sleep, and there'll be no problems whatsoever. Back to you, Will.
Fantastic. And of course, we have Sam with us today. Sam, how's it going, my friend?
How's it going? Doing great. Can't wait as well to see what happens today. Because, you know, my character, Vincent Helsebeck, a cat burglar and well-known criminal, has just double-crossed the most dangerous man in the criminal organizations around. So, yeah, that will be nice. He has been a bit laid back in the first two sessions, mostly because he wants to see where everyone is going. But I'm sure things are going to get pretty interesting very soon.
What could go wrong for this band of ne'er-do-wells?
Yeah.
I hear you cry. Well, I'll get to a recap here in just a few seconds. Of course, Charlie is playing Jolene, the doll of the group, who's has a little bit of a stalker problem, and maybe an alcohol problem, and maybe a dream problem. I don't know. But before we get started today, I remind you guys, we are of course sponsored today by Kult Divinity Lost. If you haven't got to check it out yet, you can go over to their website, cultdivinitylost.com, or over to Modifius.net, search for Cult, pick up a PDF, a lavish book. They've even got these cool Cult Bibles as well for making your own notes, and it's super sexy. And of course the book itself I have here, which is fantastic, beautiful, lavish. Love it. Keep it by your bedside at night. It'll stave away the horrors and the nightmares, or at least my doctor tells me. So definitely check it out. It's a great fun game. We're enjoying the horror so far, and you guys have been as well. Of course, our regular sponsors include fancygrounds.com, our virtual tabletop of choice. You can go download it for free over at fancygrounds.com. They've just finished their Unity Kickstarter for just over $500,000. So Unity is coming soon to your screens, to your ears, to your faces. That's where they're going to be coming to. So check that out. Download it for free on Steam as well. What else? SweaterGames.co.uk, the go-to destination for tabletop war games, board games, and more. Add up to 20% off the retail value. And of course, last but not least, when we get 20 retweets on this tweet, we'll give away a set of tabletop loot dice for free for you guys there in the chat. So get retweeting. We're already over half the way there to a set of dice. Of course, don't forget you can donate to a better game as well by giving players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges, or you could give me some monsters, maybe some horrific nightmare monsters for some actual nightmare fuel. That sounds good to me. I don't know about you guys, so feel free to get into that. But yes, let's have a quick recap of what happened last week on the show, as the party have struck up a deal with Tiffany Reader, a celebrity of great influence here in the city, who's asked them to steal a statue, an angel statue, from Mr. Magnolia. Unfortunately for them, Mr. Magnolia is a well-known crime boss and not a kind of man to be crossed. He also just so happens to be Jolene's ex-husband, technically still real husband. The paperwork hasn't quite gone through yet, but she certainly considers him ex-husband. He's a dangerous man, and they spent the last episode getting to their house, their sort of new base of operations, and beginning to work out exactly what they're going to do and how they're going to steal this statue. Meanwhile, while this is happening, Jolene had something of a breakdown and ended up driving her car out of the house and then being pursued by her stalker, this elusive man that keeps following her wherever she goes. Of course, Tom was having some pretty bad dreams at the same time as well, though he had learned from Tiffany Reader how to control his dreams, at least a little bit, and he managed to see some pretty horrific things, but he did get some control of his dream and was able to fly in it. But nonetheless, he's pretty concerned about that. At the end of the episode, we saw Cassie Sue's dream, which she too sought after an item of power, I suppose, and she saw the gun, the golden gun, which had been given to them by Tiffany Reader, and she woke up from this horrific nightmare with the gun pressed to her head. And that's where we ended off the last episode, a gun to Cassie Sue's head of her own accord while she's having this nightmare. But that's not where we're going to pick up today, in fact. We're not going to pick up with Cassie Sue with a gun to her head. Instead, we're going to pick up with our good old pal, Percival. Percy, you went to sleep earlier this night, and you haven't been having the best time getting to sleep. When you finally managed to rest your eyes and in these fitful sleep, tossing and turning constantly, when you finally do find sleep, you have a dream. And in this dream, you're hungry. Really, really hungry and thirsty, in fact. But not thirsty for just some water. You really need a drink. It's been one of those days, and perhaps it's the stress of your actual day. But in this dream, you're really craving a drink and maybe a bite to eat as well. You're in your RV, of course, in the dream. What would you like to do?
Well, I mean, if I'm in my RV, I do have a nice little mini fridge there in the back, so I will go ahead and pop that open, and we have a nice collection of little travel bottles of various types of libations, both regular and soft and hard varieties, if you know what I'm saying. So he's going to go to that and maybe pour up a little Jack and the Coke, something informal for the afternoon.
Absolutely, yeah. You pour out Jack, and as you're pouring it and take that delicious sip, you hear something, and it's coming from just outside of the RV. Typing, someone. Super loud typing from someone there. You hear a sound. It's not the sound of typing on a typewriter.
It's a stenographer taking down my words.
Someone seems to be recording you. You're famous last night. In fact, you hear whispering coming from somewhere outside the IV, and it sounds like it could be Cassie Sue.
Oh. Wonder who she's talking to. I'm gonna move to a part of the RV where it sounds like the whispering's coming from, and hopefully there's a window or maybe a door or something that I can maybe just crack open and just listen in, see if I can hear a little bit better.
Absolutely. You crack it open and you realize that she's having a conversation with someone else. And to your dismay, you realize that this person must be the inheritor, because he is perhaps the single most attractive looking guy you've ever laid eyes upon. Even yourself can't help but think you wouldn't mind a piece of that. And she seems to be somewhat enthralled by him. The two of them are laughing and joking. You can't quite hear what they're saying, but whatever he's saying, it's making her giggle and laugh.
Well, if it wasn't for my strict religious upbringing, I might have certain feelings about him. Which tells me one thing. Thanks to that strict religious upbringing, he is obviously some kind of demon. And using deductive reasoning, I would have to say, though I've never laid eyes on him myself, I think I've made a pact with this certain individual. Why is she laughing at his fucking jokes? What are they saying?
It's almost impossible to hear. You go out there, RV.
I know. I dump out my drink in the sink and turn the glass around and try to listen through the window to see if I can hear a little bit better, because I still don't want to get caught. And but now I'm starting to get a little all of a sudden maybe I have a bit of a flop sweat or something. It's just what are they saying? I have to know.
Yeah, you try and lean in closer. It's like when you're really drunk and your hearing isn't quite what it should be. Everything feels kind of blurred. Every now and again, you hear a piece of a word, and you realize that they're laughing about you.
Well, I will not have people make fun of me and laugh at me while I'm in my domicile. And I kick the door open and stomp down the stairs. The door.
They don't seem to notice you as you smack open the door with some sound. I mean, they should be able to hear you, but the two of them are so enthralled in this conversation together that they don't even register the sound of you coming out of the RV.
Well, I do. How are y'all doing this fine day, Miss Cassie Sue?
The two of them are just laughing and smiling together, and they look over to you for a second, both of them, almost in unison. And they give you a look of total disdain. You haven't felt this rejected in quite some time. And you watch as the two of them move in to kiss one another. Well, it's a deep and passionate kiss.
Now, I know that we are not married, we are not bound by the bonds of matrimony, but I believe that we did make a promise to one another, Miss Cassie Sue, and I do not think that this is the behavior befitting of a lady. Now,
they continue to
this moment.
They continue to kiss, and the kisses grow more passionate and longer, and the more furious you become and helpless you feel. You reach out to try and pull them apart, and you can't. You're not strong enough to pull them apart.
Don't make me do this, Cassie. You know what happens when I take this hat off. I don't want to do this, but you are making me mad. You are making me furious, something fierce, I'll tell you that. I'll count down from 3. Please don't make me do it. And I rip my hat off, thinking that I'm going to use this power within me.
As you do, you wake up. And you're sweating, and you're still furious. You've still got that, that rage in you when you wake up. And as you look up, you wake to see that Cassie Sue is standing before you with the golden gun pressed to her head, and her eyes flicker open at the exact same moment as yours.
Percy?
Cassandra? Cassandra Suzanne Price? What do you think you are doing?
I believe that this is an object of some power. Had a dream last night, and it was rather enlightening about that statue. And
Well, I've had enlightening dreams as well. Oh, yes, I have.
oh, she'll kind of just shakily set the gun down. She's like, I'm not holding on to that right now.
So, had a dream about a statue, did you? Anything special?
Well, I believe I saw the realm which the creature that possesses that statue is sitting on a throne. There was a lot of power surrounding it, and
Quite intoxicating, that kind of power.
well, I mean, I wouldn't say intoxicating.
Tempting.
Oh, I don't desire that kind of power. But I'm not entirely certain this is the kind of gun that uses bullets, Percy. Are you alright?
And at that, like, he actually, like, kind of breaks from his anger. He's like, I'm sorry, did you say that doesn't fire bullets?
I'm not positive. I haven't tried it, but it would not surprise me.
Because I've already taken it slightly apart and removed a piece so it could not be used against us in this upcoming heist. But are you saying that is a complete object of power?
I am indeed.
And how do you know this?
Got some type of power to it. Now, I forgot to rewatch the last bit of the episode, so she'll tell him about her dream. She'll just give him all the specifics from it. I can't.
It's difficult to remember all the specifics, to be fair. So yeah, you remember the old ladies and blood and yeah.
There's a lot of.
Do you mention the inheritor though? Do you mention meeting the inheritor?
No, because I don't think she did meet the inheritor in there.
I thought you did. Never mind.
No, I saw the angel creature and was like, looked at me and I was like, oh shit.
I had a dream of my own. Nightmare, as I normally do.
So would you like me to fix you a drink?
Oh, I've already got one. Thank you. Thank you, my dear. Just a little something to start the day.
Of course.
But yes, it was quite unsettling. You were in the embrace of another, a deep and passionate embrace.
Well, I would never, Percy. You don't ever have to worry about that.
Of course, I know that, my damn. I know that. I do. You know how I am. I'm a little high-strung sometimes.
Yes, that's why we have alcohol on hand at all times. Helps.
But I could have sworn it was the inheritor.
That is quite strange.
That it is, my dear. And at that, he kind of like takes a step closer to her, kind of gets in her personal space. Now, you do love old Percy still, don't you?
More than anyone else in the world.
That's good, that's good. And he reaches down and gives her a little peck. Now, once you get breakfast started up.
Of course. I'll be sure not to burn the eggs this time.
Please do.
She'll go off to make breakfast.
Yeah, and he just kind of watches her as she leaves, just like still fuming.
Okay. So, meanwhile, the rest of the house, I suppose, is waking up. Thomas, you had some pretty bad dreams last night. What are you up to?
So last night he had the nightmare. He woke up. He told Jolene, and he was, although it was troubling, he was very excited because for the first time he was able to take control of the nightmare. So his childlike excitement got the better of him, and told Jolene about it, and decided to go and try and make her some breakfast, and make himself some breakfast. Anyone who isn't up yet can probably smell the burning of toast.
I think Cassie would be coming into the kitchen when you're cooking.
And if you go into the kitchen, you can see like the toaster is almost smoking. He's got a blender going. The coffee's just be boiling over, and he's kind of like jumping between multiple things.
Let me help you with that, Thomas. Your toast is burning.
Okay. Oh, is it? Oh, thank you. And he comes over and he gets a fork. He tries to beat it with a fork.
Don't put the fork in the
that, kid.
toaster. Don't. Here, let me handle it for you. I know my way around the kitchen pretty well.
Right. Okay.
You work on that smoothie. You work with the blender over there, and don't stick your fingers in it.
Right. No, of
especially
course.
while it's go. Yeah. All right.
So Vincent comes around, like super happy and jolly. My, that was the best night of sleep I ever had. Who's ready to steal something, huh?
I am.
You feel Percy's eyes just follow you after that, Vincent, like just like boring into you, just like you think you hear like something under breath.
It's the dark shadow in the corner, and it's just Percy.
Yeah, well, last time, just remember when I woke up that we might have a little problem. You see, I never deal with Mr. Valentine myself, but I kind of had a slight bad reputation that might come into play right now, and I should roll my bad reputation roll, by the way.
Yep. Yeah, any beginning of games roll. Yeah, it looks like we roll Pruitt's possession one as well, and it's 3 options.
Yeah.
Which is pretty damn nice.
I rolled earlier, Will, and I got 2 options.
Beautiful.
I rolled a 13.
So I got a 4, so that's pretty bad.
Yeah, what does that mean? I don't have your reputation up here.
Sure. Give me a minute.
You probably got it to hand. No, it doesn't
know
mean anything
anybody.
good.
No, not at all. Not at all. So essentially it means that where is it? Several people have recognized you. Anger and fear control their actions. The GM takes 3 hold. You can thank me later.
Oh,
Yeah. Don't mind if I do. Oh shit. Alright.
What could go
Extra
wrong?
hold for Willis. Sweet. Okay, so yeah, Vincent comes in. He's had a great night's sleep. Group, you said to make breakfast. Actually, Tom, when you come back to bring Jolene her breakfast, you find that she is no longer there in the room.
Jolene? He looks under the cupboard and under the bed and looks in the cupboard or closet. And is there a window open?
The window is open.
Looks outside to see if he can see her. Can I see the car from here? Oh no, she didn't. Her car's gone, isn't it?
Yeah, no car. She may have gone back to get it, but taking the window is an odd route.
Yeah. Oh. Huh. Closes the window. He takes the mess of a breakfast that he's made back into the kitchen. Jolene has she's gone. She's gone.
Perhaps she just popped down to the gas station.
Maybe.
Corner store.
Yeah. That's what she did. That's to get a proper breakfast because I'm not very good.
Well,
Perhaps you can use your
realizing the
breakfast.
Yeah, it's true. But remember, Thomas, recognizing the problem is the only way you can truly fix it. So at least you know where to go now.
Yep. Oh, Cassandra, if I hang around you while making breakfast, maybe I can learn.
Certainly.
If you don't mind me doing that.
I mean, it would be good not to set the fire alarm off every time you cooked. So.
So I'll just hang around and watch while you do it.
Not too close, though.
And he's kind of he kind of heads on over, and a lot of the time he'll just stand in one position, and Cassandra will come up, and he would literally block her without realizing. He would smile, take a few seconds, and then realize what's happened, and move out of the way. But he's basically just watching everything she does.
You hear Percy like walk over to the kitchen table, like next to the kitchen, and like loudly drag a seat out and plop down where he's just like sitting and watching all of this.
Mm-hmm. I definitely bring him the newspaper.
Thank you, my
I'm
dear.
just going to have a glass of milk for breakfast. Yeah.
Cup of coffee, bacon and eggs.
Damien comes in and says, breakfast, lovely. So I suppose today is the day, as it were.
I suppose so.
Usually about this time
yeah.
comes up.
What's the
Damien,
plan? Yes.
First, you got the stuff I asked. The package?
Yes, I did manage to procure the package for you. He goes into his jacket and pulls out a brown paper parcel, which he hands to you. Handle with care.
So, does it have like a clicky detonator, remote detonator?
I'm starting to worry about your proficiency with these, but yes, it has a remote detonator.
Okay.
I'll trust you to figure that out. And at this point, there is a heavy knock on the door.
Huh. I wonder who that would be. Are you waiting for someone, Damien?
I'm not expecting anyone, no.
Maybe little Mrs. Damien? Anyway, let's take a look. Who is it?
You just taking a look outside, like through the window, you can see there are two police officers.
Oh my! Guys, I think it would be good if you take this one. I need to go to the bathroom. If you excuse me.
Doesn't have a knock. Police,
I guess I'll
open
get
up.
the door then.
Oh
As
my
Cassandra walks off, Thomas is in tow, just watching.
Plan on learning how to cook everywhere there? And Percy kind of moves up and in front of Thomas to answer the door with his beloved.
It's gonna look so
Vincent
weird.
makes a quick exit of the room.
Locks himself in the bathroom out. Cassie, open the door. Good morning there, officers. Can I help you?
Good morning. Apologies for the interruption. We're looking for a woman. There was a car accident late last night, and we're trying to track down the owner of this car.
She immediately thinks of Jolene when she hears the words "woman, car accident." She's like, "Oh, how dreadful that must be. It's plumb awful."
What?
Yes,
what
we
kind of
have
car
the.
was it?
Yeah,
Actually, don't remember what kind of car she has. Does anyone remember what kind of car Jolene
it's a
drives?
real crappy sedan.
It's
an
a
old
crappy
banger.
piece of crap.
Yeah.
Crappy. Yeah, he describes the car, I guess.
Ford Pinto.
It says name is Joanne White, but we don't have an address, so we're just looking around the area to see if maybe anyone sends someone of her name or description.
Joanne White?
Joanne, I don't know any Joannes.
Yeah, I can't say that I have talked to a Joanne.
Perhaps you've seen her around the area.
What I mean,
He
if
gives, you
I've never,
he gives you like a dead-on description of Jolene.
Uh-huh.
Red hair
Well, I mean-
and,
trust me, officer. If I saw the woman that you described, I would know her for sure. Trust me.
gets a slight like look from Cassie. I'm sure.
Well, if you hear anything, then you know where to find us.
Yes, we will be sure to give it. What precinct are you in, so we can call the right station? She'll pull out grab a scrap of paper.
Yeah, he actually just hands you like a card.
Oh, thank you.
All right then, and they move on to the rest of the houses on the block.
So tempted to be like, yeah, I know her. She's not here right now, but she was totally here earlier. But no.
Vincent kind of peeks out from the door. So what did they want, Ed?
They weren't looking for you, Vincent. Don't worry.
Oh, good. Yeah.
But it appears that our wayward gangster's wife has become wayward once again.
Oh yeah, where's?
And she does not have a good driving record. I must say.
And Percy turns to Thomas and be like, "So obviously she did not go to the corner store. So maybe we should go look for her."
Okay. I think she had a car accident last night.
You mean because the cops told us that?
Well, she told me that last night.
Damien?
And you failed to mention that earlier.
Is everything okay?
Didn't seem relevant. Is that how you think she's gone?
Well, if the police are looking for her and she does not want to be found, I mean, I would assume that's probably why she's not here. Part of the reason.
Maybe what happens if, for some reason, Mr. Gangster finds out where his wife is, and her car wreck is merely a preview to her kidnapping, and they now have her. I mean, it could be anything.
That would be bad news indeed. Very bad news.
Well, the window
Damien.
was open to her room.
Damien, do you have any idea where Miss M went last night?
I don't. I'm afraid I don't know. I was asleep.
He was there this morning.
How early?
Well, then you know more than I do.
You are just now. Thomas, you're just now bringing clues to light that maybe could have been brought earlier.
I was
Just
watching
remember this.
Sandra make breakfast.
Yeah, I noticed.
I had to concentrate. It's such things are important.
Yeah. Concentrate on those hot biscuits. I understand.
I didn't see any biscuits.
Well, it's
Did you make
good.
Biscuits? Did I miss?
Biscuits
It's
on a
good that
Sunday.
It's
Sunday
good that
breakfast.
you did not notice them.
No. I just noticed the eggs.
Percy waits for a second to trying to figure out if there's an entendre there. We should go
Vincent chimes in and says, awkward. Anyway.
Well,
So I saw her this morning when I woke up, and I went to get her breakfast.
So in the amount of time it took you to burn toast, she was gone.
Yeah.
Was she awake when you woke up?
I woke her up. I woke her
Okay.
up. She
All
had a
right.
rough night. She was really distressed. I think it was because of the car accident, and so I said I would stay with her to keep her safe for the night, and I did, and I fell asleep and controlled my dreams, and I woke up. I was so excited to tell her, and then I went to make breakfast.
I'm sorry, you just kind of slipped a detail in there that I can't just let pass by. Did you just say you controlled your dream?
Yeah. Can you not do that?
Well, my dear Thomas, perhaps I misjudged you. We need to have more conversations, son.
Okay.
but maybe for another time, because obviously Miss Jolene does need our attention and tender loving care.
Right.
And there's a
you know-
statue to steal.
I
Well, yes.
don't want to take credit for anything, but I did give Thomas an amethyst, which is a very good stone when it comes to, having good dreams.
He holds out.
Just saying.
It's so cheap. It's the worst looking cheap crystal ever.
It's
plastic.
And I have to ask Vincent, have I offended you in some way? That you wouldn't share such marbles with me?
Oh,
we were friends.
no. Oh, not at all, Mr. Percy. I just didn't realize you had bad dreams at all. People in our line of work don't usually have remorse and that thing that kinda influences your dreams, I guess.
I'll tell you what. How about I send out my best people to look for Miss Jolene while the rest of you focus on the rather important task at hand.
Oh yes, that sounds great to me. That sounds quite amenable. After all, our faces have been seen, and if we're looking for Jolene, well, that might put some unwanted attention on her.
Of course.
Demian, just one quick question before we leave. Are you familiar with Mr. M? Does the two of you know each other? Ever had
I'm
an
afraid we've
exchange?
never had the occasion to meet before, no, but I do know of him quite well.
What about Mr. Valentine?
I'm afraid I've not met this man either, no.
It's all right. All right. Well,
Damien, before you go, I would very much like to talk to you.
That's right.
In private?
Yeah.
Well, I'm afraid it's, I really better be looking after Jolene, wouldn't you say? I mean, she could be in a lot of trouble right now. So, tell you what, why don't you hold your horses there, and we'll chat tonight once everything's finished. All right.
Okay.
I'll head out the door and go and find her. And Damien heads outside.
Should we get the statue? I mean, just think how happy Jolene will be when we come back with the statue and she didn't have to go anywhere near.
That's very
You
true.
get a phone call, Percy, at this point. And it is Mr. Valentine.
Percival Randolph Stewart III at your service. How can I help you?
Ah, hello there. It's Mr. Valentine. We spoke only the other day.
Oh, yes, we did, sir, and you are going to be a very happy man. Trust me.
Truly. Do you have any news?
News. News can be delivered over the phone, over the radio, and over the television. My good man, I have something to deliver to you in person.
Oh my. Well, in that case, I better clear my afternoon schedule. Why don't you come round at 1 p.m. and we'll have some lunch, and you can show me whatever it is you need to show me.
Oh, it will be a fine dessert to have after a most excellent lunch, I'm sure. 1 p.m. it is, my good man.
Very well. See you then. And he hangs up.
Well, Miss Cassie Sue, it appears that we have a date with destiny.
Oh? Was that
1
Mr.
p.m.
Valentine on the phone?
That it was. It appears that the universe is lining up in accordance with the plan.
Perfect.
So,
Couldn't be happier.
right, me either, my dear. Me either.
So, we all go together and meet him, and then, or do you two just meet him, and me and Vincent kind of sneak in and take it, or if he doesn't want to, exchange it, or, I mean, this is
Well,
your plan.
I believe that we were having some having you and Vincent wear workman's clothes so that you can be help to move the statue.
Yes, we're going to try to do it straight up, because that was part of the deal, after all. We need to find, see if she wants to be a buyer for this thing, and then see if we can get the gun. Miss
Do we
Cassio, I
have
say,
workman's clothes?
Oh yeah, Damien was supposed to look after that.
Oh,
Yeah,
in that
he's
case,
got
couple
working
of-
clothes, laid out for you on the chair. Yeah.
yeah, just a couple of pairs of dickies.
I've got a good feeling about this. I think it's going to go well.
Well, my good man, a positive mental attitude is half the battle.
And Thomas heads off to get changed.
Okay.
So glad he took a shower yesterday.
I bet you are.
Smell it from halfway across the room.
Okay, so is there anything people want to do whilst, generally getting ready time? We don't have to roleplay. You guys take a
Cassie
shower.
wants to try to shoot the gun without any bullets in it at an innocuous object in the room.
Sure.
Huh?
Oh, okay. if Percy sees that, he might be like, well, maybe we should go down like in the basement or something where it might not be heard.
Yes. Let's go to the basement.
I kind of
Okay.
want to see how that goes.
What do you shoot it at in the basement once you're down there?
I don't know. She probably just brings down a bottle. Because we're from the south. So she probably just brings out a beer bottle up or down, kind of like sets it on a table and just.
Yeah, you point at the beer bottle, and one moment the beer bottle is there, the next, it is no longer there anymore.
My, what do we have here, huh?
Does it make any kind of noise? As I.
No noise.
Oh,
Utter silence.
Now, what have we
Yeah.
got here? And Percy kind of walks up, adjusting his hat back a little bit, and kind of asks that question to the ether. And Will, I want to use one of my 3
Nice.
because I can do it to uncover the kind of the history, the mystery, or the illusion of an area or whatever. What is it? See true form of creature or location. So maybe I want to see where that bottle was sitting to see if I can see what happened to it.
It is no longer in this plane of existence. It traveled somewhere else.
Oh my lord. Why won't you turn off? There we go. So, Miss Cassisue,
yes.
that
baby.
gun just teleported that bottle somewhere else.
Teleported it elsewhere.
That it did, my dear.
Well, isn't that fascinating? If only we had one of those modern phones, we could turn the GPS signal on it. Track a device. Shoot that, see where it ends up.
One of the motivations of Vincent was to acquire an object of power, and he was greedy. So I should really roll for that.
Give us a roll. Hopefully better than a 4 for you this time.
Yeah, probably. Oh, that's actually not that bad. Let's see.
Sort of
The black void inside shrieks for more. As long as the opportunity exists and you do not take it, you suffer -1 ongoing on any rolls you make. Okay. Miss
All right.
Cassie, Mr. Percy, can I take a look at that?
take a look at it. You might want to be careful. You might teleport the washing
Very
machine
dangerous.
to Washington.
Very dangerous.
don't
out
worry.
there.
Me handling the gun like, no, don't worry.
I'd hate for you to lose an eye, like literally lose it somewhere across time and space.
Well, you know me. I have just one policy that no one gets hurt that much. But do we? I was wondering if there's a way like, yeah. But, well, you remember what the lady from the tree said that we are supposed to get this thing back. We have to give it back. So I was wondering if there's a way we could maybe, get the statue on this, seeing that the opportunities that this gives us.
I'm confused. You think we're actually going to leave this gun with Miss Valentine?
Oh, you weren't going to. Oh,
my good man.
Yeah. Wink. I know. I see.
We're already fucking him over. We're not going to do it by any half measure. Come on now.
Where did the thing that she should go? I mean,
well, that I do not know. I'm not sure, Miss Cassie Sue. I don't know if you could maybe look into it, but
I can give it a go.
Mr. Percy,
you could maybe find out
something in your forehead. Didn't you were like a tattoo guy, huh?
Well, tattoo is such a crude word for it, really. It's more of a door.
A door in your head.
It's a door to somewhere.
Okay, so you're planning to bring people in or outside? If you get my drift?
The mind is the door to many fantastic and wonderful places and worlds.
No, it's more I just kind of let things out from time to time.
I think we should hang together more. I find this quite interesting.
Thomas comes back all dressed up, ready.
Well, Thomas, you look like a fine workman.
Thanks.
You look like you're ready to earn minimum wage.
Do you really think so? Do you really think I'll be able to earn minimum wage?
Oh no, my good man, they would take advantage of you at every beat.
Oh. Is the gun visible?
Yes.
I have it in my hand.
So Thomas's eyes will look to the gun and kind of transfix on it for a moment.
Are you okay, little buddy?
Yeah. What? This is your gun, yeah?
Well,
And you look at Percy, Cassandra.
For now.
What? What do you know about it?
Well, it is quite powerful, it would seem.
Yes.
And
quite powerful.
What, like it'll blow someone's head off? Like a gun?
Well, not particularly, thank goodness. Cassie Sue thinks she's pointing it at her head earlier, like, actually, no, thank goodness.
And funny enough, Thomas is thinking the exact same thing from the nightmare he had that girl pointing it to her head.
Yeah, no, it's I think it can quite literally blow you away, but not in the way you mean or think. We're still trying to figure that out. I mean, you'll Cassie Sue, if we figure out where it goes and it's a bad place, we could just start sending Mr. Valentine there, Mr. M there. But I mean, if it's Aruba, maybe we should shoot ourselves.
I mean, we've always have wanted to see Aruba or Jamaica.
Totally confused. I mean,
let me explain this to you, little buddy. Have you ever seen this movie called Star Wars, where they go in this huge battleship called the Enterprise?
Oh, isn't that science fiction? I don't.
Yeah, and they go like these.
It's the one with the Cylons, right? Yeah, the Cylons.
Yeah. That one, yeah. Because
Something
it's
about
teleportation
Daleks?
thing. So this thing teleports you. The
Huh?
good news is that apparently it works without any kind of bullets. The bad news is that we don't know where exactly it teleports you.
So
Right.
why don't you teleport someone and then find out?
Well,
and
it
they
should
can
be
tell
somebody
you?
we don't like, just in case it's someplace really bad.
Yeah, it could be, kinda
Are you volunteering there,
dangerous,
Tom?
Well, I mean, not until you tell me, like, if it hurts, or how do I get back? I mean, if
Well-
you're the one who shoots yourself, do you go with the gun and that's how you get back? Or
Well,
That's actually a good question.
maybe Mr. Valentine will know. He's the one who wanted it, right?
Well, Mr. Magnolia wanted the gun in particular.
Oh. Well, maybe we
Um,
could ask him. If we're, like, polite.
Mhm.
I'm sure we'll get the chance. So anyway,
should we go? Should we go now?
yeah, Cassie
ready.
was going to try to look into where is actually that thing goes. The teleportation thing.
I might have a slight idea.
Okay.
So it is a good place.
It
a bad
could be
place?
perhaps an alternate dimension, which I know sounds ridiculous,
Oh.
but if we're talking about teleportation, perhaps this comes from where the gun originally came from.
Here's
Couple of things there.
one important question: does it hurt?
That I do not know.
And does it teleport everything? So if you shoot a hand, is it just the hand that disappears or the whole thing?
Oh, we don't particularly know. Why don't we go find? I don't know. She was about to say a nice homeless person, but then she realized that Thomas is in the room because you gotta pick something.
And in his mind, he's saying, "Oh no, I'm homeless. Oh no, I'm nice. Oh no."
She doesn't say it, but she almost says it. She's like, "Why don't we find some willing participant, perhaps on the street?" He'd be like, "Here's $20. Let us close your eyes and stand there for a second."
I think that during negotiations with Mr. Valentine, the chance to test that thing would come handy. Would you mind if I carry it on the meanwhile?
Oh, well, we are supposed to be in possession of it. If Mr. Magnolia does come upon us, I believe it would be best if Percival or I
Well, but
had it.
maybe I'm kind of, the tough guy you associate or something like that, please.
I really
well, you're the
think that
moving
you-
guy. I mean, you're
Yeah, the
literally the
moving guy.
moving guy.
There would be no
so-
Well, I
reason
mean,
that the moving guy would have the golden
the
gun.
gun.
Yeah, that wouldn't fit with the.
I mean, you
story.
obviously have an affinity for it, so maybe later on we can give it back, but you're going to need it to
Mm-hmm.
do the deed that needs to be done.
Vincent kind of is very naive when it comes to actually manipulating or lying, as you if you have noticed. So he kind of gives the gun back reluctantly, like kind of putting a sad puppy face, like.
Right. I know
Cassie
it's
Sue has no
quite
problems taking candy from a baby. So she
Yeah, totally.
So let's go. Let's get this thing over with. By the time we get
Yeah.
back, Jolene will be found.
hopefully.
We won't be getting turned into trees.
Yes. No, we
Yeah.
definitely won't be get turned into trees.
And everything will be happy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Well,
sure it
Let's
will.
go.
Alrighty.
How are you
Here's
guys
your
getting
one.
over to Mr. Valentine's?
Well, we organized
In the
Damien
chariot.
in order to get a trailer to
Uh-huh.
attach to the RV.
The RV.
Yeah.
We're going to ride in my chariot, of course. But we'll go into war.
In an RV.
So we all pile into the RV.
It
That's
worked
towing
for
a
Lone
trailer.
Star, it can work for me.
Yeah.
Vincent,
To keep piling on
kinda,
the sci-fi references in the chat.
he's kind of aware of the worst places scenarios. He's kind of going to lay back with his signature cap, trying his best to blend in and look not suspicious.
Okay. Sure thing. And
In a
am I
very
right in thinking a couple of you guys
way.
are in like workers' uniforms at this point?
I'm in a worker's uniform.
Okay.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see them are in workers' uniform. Percy and Cassie are obviously not. So you drive off to Mr. Valentine's, and it doesn't take long for you to get over to the rather magnificent, somewhat ostentatious driveway and manor house which Mr. Valentine lives in. He's there, of course, in his white suit, and standing on the stone steps leading up to his house, awaiting your arrival, just as he was before. A couple of butlers and people that must help run the house are around and make quick work of any jackets that you're wearing that you want to be taken off, that sort of thing, as you step out of the car, and even bring your refreshments to the car as well. And Mr. Valentine calls down and says, Why? Percival, it seems like you brought some company as well. Charmed, as ever, to meet your lovely wife.
Well, oh, of course. She is beautiful as a fresh spring rose. I just like to be
Cassie
prepared.
looks like a little surprised by the compliment.
Thomas looks, as he says it, Thomas looks Cassandra up and down and just smiles and shrugs.
Vincent just looks down.
Yeah, I just like
Vincent
to be.
and Thomas getting out of the car as well, sorry.
Oh, yeah, he's
what
getting
I'm
out.
You're getting out.
No,
yeah.
he's
Okay.
getting out.
Yeah, and as you do,
Well,
like Percy's like, yeah, maybe y'all should just hang back just a bit.
Okay.
Well, Vincent
back
kind of
in.
wants to take note of the security measures of, the place. If there's like any armed guys, any kind of cameras.
Mr. Valentine's place doesn't seem to have any armed guards outside of it, but there are certainly cameras all around the perimeter. They look like they were on a pretty tight circuit, from what you can tell.
And as he says, as Percy says, maybe you should just hang back, and he kind of pats Thomas on the right above the lapel pocket of his coveralls. You feel like a little flip phone, like a burner phone, slip into your pocket.
Okay.
Trust me, we'll call you if we need you.
I'll wait here. And then he'll go into the
You brought some extra help along with you today, Mr. Percival?
Oh yes.
Well, like I said, I like to prepare for success. So we have some very interesting news regarding the sale of that statue of yours.
Why, really?
Yes,
Come
shall
on
we,
inside and let's chat some more.
Yeah. It's a little starting to get a little hot out here.
Brings you inside. You've got sweet tea and lunches brought to you as well. Mr. Valentine sits down on a sofa opposite you and says, "So, what do you have for me?"
Well, I mean, you sent us to go find a buyer for this statue.
That's right.
And a buyer I have found.
Really now?
Yes.
Go on.
She was quite receptive to the offer. So much so that I even got her to throw in the gun as part of it in order to secure.
Magnolia was interested in.
Yeah, the gun that Mr. Magnolia was interested in. See, I call that two birds with one stone, Mr. Valentine. And she decided to throw that in as a means of holding the statue to make sure nobody else could have a chance at it, if you know what I'm saying. So, you sent me to do a job, and I believe that I have done it.
Well, that's quite impressive, I have to say. Two birds with one stone, indeed. That's very impressive. I'm sure Mr. Magnolia will be very pleased to hear about this. I'll give him a call right now.
I wanna do an intuition check on this guy. I wanna read him.
Sure, yeah. Read him.
2d10. 9.
And let's see what 9 does. You got the move up, or?
No, I gotta. Let me find it in this book. I don't have it memorized yet.
Yeah, I know where it was.
It's wonky. Laid out. Intuition. Read a person. By accidentally reveal your own intentions to the person you're trying to read.
Oh.
Tell the GM what your intentions are.
Well, I guess I know what your intentions are, right? You're trying. Well, yes. You tell me, what are your intentions in trying to read him?
I think her intentions in trying to read him is if he actually is impressed, or if he's nervous. Because I think
Yeah,
Cassie's a little nervous.
First of all, you
about
can't. You don't get a read on him. And,
no, he's too hard to read.
Secondly, you sense a slightly lingering look towards you, as though he's read into you asking that question a little bit. As he's going to pick up his phone, he starts punching in the numbers, presumably for Mr. Magnolia.
Oops.
Still looking at you, Cassie. Phone answers, and you hear Mr. Valentine saying, "Hello there. Yes, I've got word here from Mr. Percival and his lovely wife, and they've found a buyer for the statue and the gun as well. They've got it for you." He holds the phone. He says he wants to know the name of the buyer again.
Well, the buyer you originally asked us to inquire about was a Tiffany reader.
I just wanted to confirm that was her. Thank you. Yes, it was Miss Tiffany Reader. All right then. Fantastic news. Goodbye. He hangs up the phone.
Although I will say there is a secondary interested buyer if Miss Reader is unacceptable.
No, I'm sure that's going to be perfectly fine. Mr. Magnolia is very pleased indeed. He's going to be around here. He wants to meet you in person to thank you.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
So I
Did you
suppose
have
we
that-
should
that
just sit here
auction
and
that
enjoy
stuff
our
before?
lunch.
Ah, yes.
So,
Potato
when
salad is delicious.
would you like to move this statue? Because this buyer was quite ready to get this deal done.
Very eager to have it in possession.
Well, I understand it's a piece that he's been trying to get rid of for some time. You know, we all have those pieces that you just can't shift, you want to get rid of as soon as you can, but you want to wait for the right buyer to come along.
Oh, I think I
Oh, yeah.
understand. Exactly. Now, there's been a couple pieces sitting in my antique store for years now.
Really?
Quite a long time.
I keep trying to tell her to give me that one pipe as a gift, but she just won't do it.
You just don't think mere Sean suits you, dear. Just
Mr. Valentine sips at his drink, and he's clearly waiting for Mr. Magnolia to arrive.
So when we get to the next part of this whole deal, which we also have some other exciting news I wanted to deliver to Mr. Magnolia in person. Do you want us to go ahead and take the statue now, or how would you like to handle that?
we did
Let's
bring
wait for Mr. M to arrive, shall we? It is his after all. I'm just holding on to it for a while.
Ah, I understand.
Takes up a lot of space, that old thing, so
Well, that it
so
does.
keep
It's
my
probably
hands
pretty
on
heavy,
it. Search
too.
for a buyer for. Oh,
Yeah, it's probably-
certainly. You're probably gonna need those two fellas in the back there. You had to help take it out, maybe even more.
Mm-hmm. I think we can get it. They got strong backs.
Say,
Well, I guess we should send like a finger sandwich out to them or something, shouldn't we, dear?
Oh, well, I mean, maybe after once the job's finished.
I wouldn't concern myself about it. Say, did you happen to come across that wife of Mr. Magnolia's at all? Jolene, I believe her name was.
Well, as a matter of fact, that was the information about that is exactly what I wanted to tell Mr. Magnolia in person. As to say, yes, there is some information.
Mm-hmm. Heard something just this morning.
Really now? Mind telling me what it was?
Well, you know, I think maybe we should just wait till Mr. Magnolia arrives, don't you think, my good man?
Of course. He is the man after all.
Yes, he is he not? How long you worked with him?
Did you make
quite a while?
Oh, several years now. Yes, we go back some way. In fact, longer than I can remember, truth be told. But I suppose that is the way in this business. You stick to the people that you know.
Yes, whether you know him or not.
So, how did you find Miss Rita when you met her? Did she strike you at all?
Oh no, we just had conversation. There wasn't any fighting or anything. No,
But that's just as well. I'm
apologize.
sure she has quite the bite. I'm sure.
Oh, I would love to find out, my good man. But no, she's quite a woman. I do agree.
She was very excited about the prospect of the statue.
Yes, intensely excited. In fact,
And then, of course, she had
Did you
other
say-
business to attend to, so she didn't spend particularly long talking with us. Moved on to other
Running around.
affairs since we had discussed the statue.
running
Briefly.
around in the trees and whatnot. I don't know. It was-
Yeah, so I believe her establishment had just opened that day. Opening night or something.
It is not my
She's
kind of
old.
opinion.
Busy. No, not particularly.
I
There is-
understand. Did she mention at all why she was interested in the statue?
I think it was because it suits the theme of her establishment. You know, Babylon.
Well, yeah,
That
The
works.
aesthetic, I believe.
Yeah, there were a few pieces that looked like they were cut from the same marble.
Mhm.
But we generally don't like to inquire as to the whys and wherefores, just the how much. You know what I'm saying?
Very wise, very wise. Outside, Tom and Vincent, you see 4 cars pull up, 4 black cars, sort of SUVs, and you see 10 to 12 people, men, step out. Vincent, you don't need to be as trained as you are at spotting people who are carrying to know that these guys have weapons. And you also spot Mr. M stepping out. Black suits, little cap on, cigar in his mouth. And they step out and begin to move as a unit towards the house. What'll the 2 of you do?
Vincent, I'm kind of bored. Should we just go get the thing ourselves, or? Vincent, can you speak up for a sec? I think the situation has got to you.
Oh, sorry. I just have, trouble with things like words, speaking, and people. Anyway, I got a little plan, little buddy. So
Okay.
let me check. Sam Burke in the chat. This goes for you, buddy. So let me handle the talking. We need to get out and inside the house and see if there's another way to tackle this little situation we got. Okay?
What do you mean?
And
Well,
just follow me. Stay pretty as you are and quiet.
Okay. I follow him and stay quiet.
So we tried to reach for a servant at the house and ask if we can. My buddy here and me, we need, to use the can. If you know what I mean. Wink, wink.
Are you waiting for Magnolia's men to go inside?
No, not at all.
So you're going in with them?
Oh no! I thought we have like an advantage, but if we don't have an advantage,
I mean, we can
definitely
find a
we're
side
waiting.
entrance, like a servant's entrance. I'm sure there's
Yeah.
a servant entrance there or something.
Okay.
Oh, actually,
Yeah, you hit.
I could. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go. You go.
Oh yeah, I should roll for my sixth sense, which probably is going to leave us in a bad place again, just like every roll today.
These rolls aren't in your favor so far, but that one looks a little better.
Yeah, that's an 11. Let's check that. Sixth sense.
That's two
11.
choices. Two choices.
Oh, good. So two
Pay each roll
choices.
1/6.
So I can act first in a threatening situation, sense where someone wishes good or ill, and discover a sense of clue. So I'm going to pick sense whether someone wishes good or ill towards you with the servants if we have the advantage to actually go first before.
Okay, yeah, you can see the cars coming and jump out.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get a sense that they wish you any ill will. So yeah, I mean, they don't particularly wish you any good, but they're neutral,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. So yeah, there's like a head butler, I guess, who says, "Excuse me, sir. You going somewhere?"
Oh yeah. Me and my little buddy, we need to use a can.
I see. Very well. Come with me. I'll show you to it. And
Alright,
thank
we
you
follow.
to Nergobert, who gives 2 random wild magic surges to the group. Certainly smells of wild magic surges in here. Let's see how many of us are there. There are about 4 of us, so I'll roll a d4. There we go. 4. Let's see. 4, so Tom gets a wild magic surge, and Percival gets a wild magic surge. Roll those up, and we'll see what happens to you guys. Some wild magic as you're going to the bathroom doesn't sound like a doesn't sound like a good combination.
Hopefully you
For
can
a
pee
Tom.
like bullets or something.
Yeah.
Mine
You, Tom,
was-
are
yeah.
immune to all harm until you attack or use magic.
Holy, awesome!
It's pretty useful.
Awesome.
Obviously, you don't know that, but that's
No.
still good. 761. Oh my god. Vincent disgorges a 4-course meal for free. As in
mean
for
through
3
it?
people.
Percival.
Wait, I
Oh,
do.
Percival, sorry, not
Actually,
Percival. Percival does it, yeah.
Okay.
Either way, it's pretty great. Disgorge a 4-course meal for free. So first of all, at this point,
It's funny that we're at a
Your
lunch for
stomach.
3 people. And he's
your
like,
stomach is starting to play up a little bit.
Oh,
The breakfast wasn't good. Thomas was distracting Cassandra. Oh no!
You all
Mr.
right, my
Valentine, I think that
Hi,
the
yeah.
finger sandwiches are not agreeing with me. I mean, it was the tuna fish. Can I get to the bathroom right
boy.
quick, please? Hang on.
Of course, over there, that way, my good
Percy's
man.
gonna run out of the room, throwing up into his hat. Yes.
oh no.
And then he's gonna go try to find his way to a bathroom.
Fantastic. You head over to the bathroom and run into Vincent and Tom. As the brothers just sort of led them to the right here, and he walks away.
And you just
So I throw up in the I throw up a whole like 3 servings of mashed potatoes into the trash can outside the bathroom, and then I'm like, get in here, and get inside, and that's when I throw up a full serving of cranberry sauce into the sink, and like, okay, so Magnolia is coming, probably
He's
with-
here.
Okay, so Magnolia is here, and then I throw up a rotisserie turkey into the trash can.
Oh my god.
this guy, he doesn't stop feeding you. And then that's when I throw up a cheesecake laden with like cherries and strawberries, like into the toilet. I think that's it. Okay.
Mr. Percy, you got a taco in your, in your shirt.
Oh shit. Oh well. I don't even remember eating tacos. So his retinue is coming. So we need to play this cool. Hang on. Nope, it's good. We're done. So yes, we need to play this cool. I can't say the bullets won't start flying, but Percy takes the gun out of the back of his jacket, since he had it on him, and he gives it to Vincent. He'll be like, all right, I want you to hold this because I just want to make sure it's not on me when they search me. And they're not going to look twice at you. So if shit starts going sideways, you might need to come in and start teleporting people to various places unknown. You just get to be the best travel agent you can be. And so we can still make it out of this. It's just the stakes are a little bit higher.
Why don't you distract them and we'll go get the statue and drive off?
Well, the statue's kind of large.
Yeah,
well,
we can just
I'm sure
wheel it.
That is probably true, Thomas, but if I were Mr. M, there will probably be men waiting outside with his cars. So that might be a little difficult to sneak it past everyone. I mean, you did see the cameras outside the estate, right?
No.
Okay, well, they are. They're there.
Okay. So what you're telling me is improvise.
What I'm telling you is maybe if you were to find something to control the power of this establishment, that might be a good distraction. It might get rid of the cameras, and in the insanity that would ensue, perhaps, just perhaps, we could abscond with said statue.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking something within the same lines.
Well, of course you are.
And you puke that Thanksgiving dinner. But anyway.
Yeah. So we'll go be distraction A, and y'all get ready with distraction B, and we'll try to keep them busy in the chaos that ensues.
Yeah, with some luck, the butler will be just so busy cleaning up the mess to take notice of two little, helpers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they'll have to, well, yes, most definitely. Hopefully this is enough of a mess to keep the kitchen staff and the cleaning staff busy for quite a while. And with that, he washes his hands and wipes the taco stains out of his shirt. My good men, good day. And we shall rejoin you later. And Percy will go back out and rejoin everyone.
Okay. So at this time, Cassie, you've been on your own for a moment. Percy's gone off, and Mr.
I apologize
Magnolia.
for his weak stomach while he's gone.
Oh.
He's got a weak stomach. It just crops up every now and then.
Well, I'm afraid I can't abide a weak man. Myself, my constitution is quite strong.
I'd imagine so. You seem quite the capable individual.
That I am. Oh, here he is. And he swings over as Mr. Magnolia and his entourage. There are about 6 armed men who are going in. I mean, they have weapons out, but they clearly have weapons in their pockets, that kind of thing. The rest of them presumably are waiting outside. Magnolia walks into the room with his cigar and looks around. All right, where's the Where's the other one? Mr. Percival. This is, of course, you remember Cassie but he's, what was it again? Weak stomach?
Weak stomach. He should be back in just a couple of moments.
No, I believe the term, as Percy re-enters the room, I believe the term is upset stomach, and anything can be upset if it tries to. Whew, feels like something was trying to claw its way out of me. I tell you what, Cassie Sue. Mr. Magnolia, it's good to make your acquaintance once again.
I understand you have some information for me.
Well, let me tell you, my good man, I'm about one step away. That step is only about that big from getting you your apparent golden firearm.
Okay. What about Jolene?
That's the second part of this. We happened to stumble across a search this morning. Apparently, Jolene crashed her car early sometime this morning, and I can tell you the area and the police station that was searching for her. So we did get a lead on her. So if you'd like us to continue following up said leads, but I wanted to at least report in on the progress on both fronts of what you asked us to do for you, sir.
Is that so? Well, as to the first point with Miss Rita, of course, I have no interest in actually selling this to her. What I'm interested in is what's going on at her establishment, what she told you, and what she offered you as well. So, if you could tell me all of the relevant details, we can make this quick and painless, or we could make it quite painful. So, you decide. I'll give you 10 seconds. Then I'll start shooting.
You start shooting? My good man, we've made a deal in good faith, and I don't see a reason why you're...
Perhaps you'd be interested in a secondary buyer for the statue then.
3.
But we'll get to that in a moment. Miss Rita's establishment was very decked out in Babylonian style architecture. She'll go into some of the the history stuff because she is an antiques dealer.
She also had a bit of an arborist fetish.
Yes, quite the interesting garden. I could almost say you saw people in the trees, but just, of course, maybe some type of, I don't know, horticulturist thing.
I got so bored I'm jumping right up to 8.
Well, we are telling you the details, my good man. What is there something specific that you
in
need?
particular you're looking for?
I think you know what I want to know. What did she tell you? What did she offer you? What did she tell you about me?
If I remember correctly, she did not have very kind words for you. Was that about right, Miss Cassandra? Does that track?
I think that sounds correct.
But she was interested
rivalry
in
at it, she had said something like that.
Yeah, something along those lines. But she said she was willing to try to, in order to get this statue back, do quite a bit. So we asked her about this gun, and she said she would offer it if it would help secure this statue. And I'm telling you this in good faith. Well, yes, that was the job, was it not?
And of course, we would get the commission from the statue. Well, yes, you know, they get the 15%.
Statue's not going to be sold. Did she tell you that I stole it from her?
That did not come up in conversation, no. I'm sure I would have remembered that point.
Well, I did. That's why she's not having it back. I just wanted her to know that I have it. But I'll wager that she's smart enough to have offered you something better to get it back. Is that why you're here with the RV and the boys in the back?
Well, we were under the impression that there was a sale to be made. That's why we got the gun transaction, of course, the sum of money.
Those people with reputations for for completing missions and orders. Yeah.
Well, we are antiques dealers, by trade.
Oldest
I
profession
I find it
next to prostitution.
strange. Find it very strange that Jolene was her accident was only a block away from the house that y'all are living in.
Yeah, well, I thought it was strange too. I figured serendipity had walked up and sat down in my lap and asked if I'd like a lap dance. But when that cop knocked on our door this morning, I could not barely contain my excitement when the officer said her name. So sometimes luck is just that.
Well, I found it even stranger when I spoke to her, and she told me what y'all have been up to. Roll an
What
intuition.
would it be?
Yeah, can I roll an intuition?
Yeah, I'm gonna read him.
Yeah, I do.
I'm gonna roll it too, even though this won't be good. But you never know.
Yeah, it's a cool thing on this system is if you roll and it goes badly, it can be pretty bad.
Gosh!
A good roll from Percy.
You with the -1 and you rolled so
With a
well.
-1, and I got a
17. Okay.
Okay, so a 15 plus, you can ask 2 questions, but on a less than a 9, you accidentally reveal your own intentions to the person that you're trying to read. And I can make move. Yeah.
Cassie wants to conduct a transaction on the statue.
So the intuition here. So I have 2 questions that I basically can glean from this whatever. Did he actually talk to
Jolene.
Jolene?
Yep. He is bluffing, but he's got a
He's
damn good poker face.
He's got a damn good poker face. And also his whole bluster and like I'm gonna kill you. Like, is that also part of the bluff, or does he even care about that?
That feels like a real threat, but whether or not he's like personally invested in killing you, probably not. It's if he were to kill you, it'd probably be a business thing.
Well, still, that's all I do is conduct business. So yeah, when he says that to me, I look him straight in the face and I said, "My good man, I don't know what else to tell you to make you believe me. I'm sorry, but haven't done anything with your whatever her name is, Jolene.
Oh,
whatever."
trust me, if he had done anything with any woman, we'd be having words.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I would
on
not
the
be here.
lesson 9, Cassie, you're revealing your own intentions. So you were trying to figure out whether or not he was telling the truth. Therein telling him that it was true. That there was a possibility that you have spoken to Jolene and been living with her before. So yeah, Percy and the two of you.
Cassie's giving off very jealous vibes right now.
Yeah, the two of you start, giving off this sort of, this bluster, this and the other. And he's, deadpanned and says, well, you know how to spot a lie, but so do I. So, I'll give you one chance right now to tell me everything you know about Jolene, all of the interactions you've had with her, and where she might be right now, before I start taking pieces. All right, start with a girl. And one of the men in suits starts walking towards Cassie.
Okay, my good man.
He holds up a hand.
Percy slams his pipe down. I was rather embarrassed. I didn't want to talk about it. But as dumb luck would have it, before we met you, somehow the universe allowed your your wife, to rear-end me and my good woman here, Cassie Sue, in our RV, literally on the way to see you. And so we did have an interaction with her.
We didn't realize it was her at the time. She was using an alias, a Joanne White.
And then once you gave us this mission, we did not know how to proceed with this because we did not think it was permissible, but we at least knew what car to look for. And so that's how we found the car. So I apologize. I should have been more forthright from the beginning. As you can tell, I'm a man of business and a man of honor.
All right. say I believe you for now. You ain't got any idea where she is, aside from the police.
Unfortunately, if I knew, I would be telling you, Mr. Magnolia.
Yes.
Gone off the grid.
That she has. But I have a man looking after her car to see if she returns to it. She didn't seem like she had much in this world.
About that man. This, Damien fella. Right?
Oh, is that his name? I don't know. I don't pay attention to the help.
Well, it's, funny coincidence, I'm sure, that, he works for Miss Rita. All you gotta do is follow the money and you find out where people are getting their work from. So,
That is
what are
quite
you
interesting.
doing with this Damien fella in this brand new house, which none of you's own, paid for by Miss Rita the day after you meet with her? Kind of
She was so
suspicious,
pleased
wouldn't you
about
say?
the deal. She was so pleased about the business deal that she politely offered a place to stay for the evening. However, Percival and I cannot bear to be separated from our RV, and therefore, that is where we were last night. Just popped up.
I don't believe you. She wouldn't do something like that. She's not an idiot. She gave you an offer. It's okay. We do deals in this business. You don't have to be all fucking shy with me. Okay, she gave you a deal. The deal was probably get the fucking statue back and use the, I don't know, money, is it? Power, I don't know. Something that you want. She give it to you.
Can I try to
And
read
it
his
seemed like
aura?
Sure.
Well, he's talking about deals and power. So,
Sure, yeah.
let me go to my page. It's a soul roll.
Soul roll!
Soul
Roll
roll!
soul.
I'm rolling terribly. Oh, but 15 ain't bad. Whew.
That's good.
Okay.
Very good.
Magical
Got a
intuition.
hitch.
All right. Learn something about the creature's true nature.
He's not human.
He's not human. All right.
Well, that confirms that.
Confirms that. I want to learn where the illusion is weakest towards other dimensions. I get 3 questions. I can ask all 3.
Like where on his body?
Yeah, it just says learn where the illusion is weakest towards other dimensions. Because I can see
I guess
auras
the
and
closer
sense
the
presence of
closer you
magic.
get to him, I guess is the
Okay.
answer. Yeah. The closer you get,
Okay.
the weaker it is. The further away,
right.
the stronger it is.
And I'm gonna hold my last question until later in the scene. So
Sure thing.
I'm keeping my aura read and that's open.
Okay, that's meanwhile then. While this conversation is happening, Vincent and Thomas are doing something in the bathroom together.
Oh,
Hey now.
I really think we should just go get the statue and leave. But perhaps if we take out their cameras, we could be okay.
yeah, we just need, to find the fuse box. Leave this little package with them. With the fuses. Not like with you know what I mean,
What?
right?
No, not a clue. But what's the package?
Oh, it's a bomb. Oh, don't put that faith with me, Thomas. I mean, we have met for so long right now that you ought to know that I never hurt somebody on purpose. So you can trust me when I say that. In this explosion is more fireworks. Think about the 4th of July or whatever fireworks you prefer.
I've literally known you for less than 24 hours.
Oh
okay.
man,
Okay.
that will teach me not to underestimate you in the future.
Okay. Well, you're the person who's best at stealing things, so I'll follow your lead. I mean, I was thinking we just pull the fuses out and throw them somewhere. But hey, if blowing them up is your thing, we'll do that.
Yeah, we know. You know, I'm gonna teach you something. You know,
Okay.
magic is all about spectacle. You know, fireworks.
I see.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll follow your lead. Yep, I'll follow
Let's
your
get
lead.
this party started.
Okay.
All right. So we want to locate the fuse box or something like that, the source of power of the house, and then deliver the bomb. You want
like-
me to roll anything?
Yeah,
Down
let's
in
give
the
it a.
basement, isn't it?
Yeah, most likely it's gonna be down somewhere in a basement where they have like their fuse boxes and stuff going on. Yeah, roll plus. I don't know, which is the perception check ability in this game?
Perception.
There you go. Yeah, roll plus perception.
Alrighty. So I go down +3. Oh yeah.
Oh damn! 20.
Damn.
You can ask 2 questions under observe a situation, which is page 133. You can ask, what's my best way to get through this? How can I use it to my advantage? What should I be on the lookout for? Stuff like that, basically. Good to ask me.
Sure. What we should be on the lookout for once this thing blows up?
Okay, so what are you going to blow up? You're going to blow up the fuse box?
Yeah. Essentially, want to leave the house powerless and
Like,
cause
cut the power?
distraction.
Okay,
there's
so the
a
cameras will
power,
be
like a
out. So
generator?
the threats will be the Mr. Magnolia's men in the house and potentially servants as well who could get in your way.
So the next thing is that we want to use this to our advantage since we have a remote detonator. We kind of want to locate the room where Percy and Cassie are negotiating and hide. And be on the lookout when the guards kind of, I assume they're coming to investigate the explosion.
So with the basement being downstairs, when you work your way through the house down to that, and you see the sort of, the power boxes of the house down here, when you blow it up, you're, a several minute jog back up to the room which Cassie and Percival are talking in right now. So you'd have to move pretty quickly to get up there.
Oh, well, my plan, since we got a remote detonator, was actually find the hiding place and then blow it up.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yep, you can definitely, you can find where the room is. There also needs to be a hide roll when that comes to pass.
I think that's coolness, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Okay, so you want to wire up the remote explosive down below in a fuse box, and then the 2 of you are going to try and sneak back upstairs before you blow it up, to be close to Cassie and Percival, and roll plus coolness.
There is something on the way to the basement with the fuses. I rolled a 19 to perception. I want to perceive if there are any places in this thing, one that would be big enough to hold the statue. I'm basically trying to figure out where in this mansion the statue's going to be. So if there are guards outside the door, if it's a big hall, if I seen in a window lots of pieces of art, maybe as I walked by it I could actually see it. Is there anything that gives me a kind of inkling as where this thing is being kept?
The statue is being kept behind a locked door adjacent to the room which Cassie and Percy are in. So there's just a door
lovely
in the back end.
I make sure to tell Vincent the exact door.
Oh, that's just lovely.
Were there any guards standing outside of it while we walked by? Was it being guarded, or was it just like a...
It is being guarded, yeah.
Being guarded, okay.
And there's line of sight to the guards, Mr. Magnolia's men as well.
Okay. But I do make Vincent aware.
Okay. 2 of you roll plus coolness.
Why? Well, I mean, why are we hiding? Why don't we just go back out to the VR and stand there and act casual?
Well, the problem with that part of that plan is that we're kind of, away from the statue and away from Mr. Percy and Miss Cassie,
Okay.
and we wouldn't be able to help. You want to help
Okay.
your friends, right?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, that's the spirit.
Coolness. That is 10 for me because I got a +1.
And Vincent, give us your roll. Gotta find. Let's see. And an 8, 9, or 10 was that for you, one?
I had a 10, yeah.
Okay, which I think is better than a 9, than an 8. Let's see. Has anyone got a page up for sneaking around? I gotta have these bookmarked for the future.
I should too. It just drives me crazy that they're crooked.
Oh, they're at the back, aren't they?
I just gotta like hold my book weird. Act under
Yeah, that's one.
it's coolness. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
Yes. Keep it together.
I don't see a stealth in the basic actions.
Yeah, maybe it is an act under pressure.
Yeah, it probably could be.
Yep. I think it's the closest one. We'll use act under pressure for now. So, okay, so 10 to 14 as you do it, but hesitate, are delayed, almost deal with complication. 9 and under, there are serious consequences. You make a mistake, or you're exposed to the danger, and I make a move. Okay, so the two of you are sneaking along on your merry way, back up with the detonator. Trying to creep back through the room when one of Mr. Magnolia's men spots you, and suddenly there is a gun being pointed at the two of you. And Magnolia says, "What have we got here then?"
Put my hands up.
Hi.
We
That's our
just
help we
came.
hired to help move the statue.
We just came
Oh,
from
yeah.
the toilet. We kind of got lost. This place is quite large.
Sure you did. Vincent here is one of the best thieves in town, or so he thinks. Can't fucking sneak around for shit though, can he? So,
Well, nobody's perfect.
Well, so y'all have made an acquaintance then.
I'm not finished
Oh.
with you. Now you two, come out here. Bring them out. And they sort of begin to, corral you back into the main room with the other two.
I go in. I don't resist.
We're just having
Me
a
too.
conversation here about your involvement with Miss Rita. Anything you guys would like to tell me?
Thomas will remain silent.
But you guys are real loyal for having just met a couple of days ago.
Well, actually, the story goes like this. She ran away last night, and we got some police officers looking for her.
You mean Jolene ran away? That's interesting to me. Because these two fine people here just told me that they only met her one time. So I guess that makes you two liars.
Oh, these two? No, not at all. Maybe we just, reality is that subjective experience, and maybe we did, have like a
Shut the
different
fuck
point
up.
of view. Yes, Mr.
I don't like liars. I don't like them one bit. Means I can't trust you. So I'm gonna give you one last chance. What did she offer you? Did you take it? Seems like you fucking did. If you tell me the truth, this'll all be over.
Well, Mr. Magnolia, you certainly are a formidable opponent, but I know when I am beat. You're right, she did offer us power, immeasurable power, power worth betraying over. Sure you know something about that kind of power? Do you not?
Certainly I do. I understand. See, we don't have to be enemies. Us lot. We can be friends. Just have to be honest with one another.
So do you honestly think that I'm not worried about you shooting us right now?
You'd be a fucking idiot if you weren't concerned.
That is true. Percy kind of looks over at Cassie Sue.
So Vincent has escape artist, so I can try to sneak out the situation, despite how bad it seems. I mean,
Is that what you want to try and do right now?
Yeah. That's what Vincent do. I mean,
Okay, so what does escape artist mean? It's plus coolness, right? Gives you an advantage.
yeah.
Dude!
You are half out the door when you're caught in a really bad spot. Avoid
Oh,
harm.
nice.
Roll to avoid harm.
What should I? Oh, avoid harm. Was that fortitude? Oh no, reflexes. Okay.
Reflex, yeah.
See. Come on. Here we go.
You were too slow to react, so you made a bad judgment call. Perhaps you didn't avoid any harm at all, or you ended up at an even worse spot than before. As Vincent turns to run, and he tries to slip away, he's halfway out of the door outside when he's shot in the leg. And this bullet ricochets out, blood spurts onto the floor, and Vincent is crippled on the door.
Ah!
Oh.
Damn it!
Oh my god.
This will require a couple crystal spells. Maybe some reiki.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh my god, he's just trying to put his lights out like that?
You shot him in the leg. Make sure he didn't run.
That is true.
So,
And Vincent, you might see Percival like giving you a very pointed look.
It hurts.
Well, shouldn't try to run away from a business negotiation.
that's right. Now, and only one thing I like about rats is being able to turn them. See what I'm getting at here?
You want us to do something for you to prove that we are willing to betray the Miss Rita on your behalf.
That's correct. Apparently you've gained her trust. Apparently she's doing business with you. So what I want you to do is to carry on doing the business that you're doing for her, except you're doing it for me instead. You're actually talking to me. You understand? She wants a statue. We'll give her a statue, just won't be the same one as she wants. It'll change. You get to walk away from this, and everything is all happy and fine.
Well, I mean, it could work. It'd have to be a convincing facsimile.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I have a bit of experience in, well, say, duplication of certain historical artifacts and the like. If I could get a look at that statue, I'd be more than happy to assist in creating a facsimile of it with which to pull the wool over Miss Rita's eyes.
Trust me, my good man, this is what we have been doing for years.
And thank you to Mr. Odin. Today's £20. A little bit of Pepto for that upset stomach.
I'm so glad I pulled some out of my purse and be like, here you go, Percy.
Did he donate another wild magic surge?
No, don't worry. I've got it's a shit magic item for you, and I'm making a note of when to bring that in. So, yeah, he Magnolia says, I thought maybe you could be of help here to me, seeing as you guys are the best in the biz, as I understand it.
You could say that.
We would never claim that, because pride goeth before the fall, if you know what I'm saying. But yes, we are pretty much the best.
All right. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you the diagram for you and the materials you need to make your own. And then we're gonna pack it full of some explosives. And we're gonna blow the shit out of Babylon. Okay?
That does sound like a plan.
Well, the alternative for you is get killed. So.
That is true. It's a much better alternative, I must agree.
I must concur as well. So Cassie will kind of like pull a sketch pad out of her purse. So, more than happy to take down any details that must absolutely be recreated. If he was in possession of the statue before, she's probably most intimate with its every detail.
Well, it needs to be good enough to get it inside, so one of the guys comes along and hands you a diagram, which is essentially blueprints for recreating something like this. And there is space with which to pack this thing with plastic explosives.
All right. Well, you see, it does need to be good enough to get in, but she was extraordinarily interested in overseeing everything personally. So I would like it to be as accurate as possible, to be rather safe than sorry. I'd hate to get turned out the door for bringing in something that wasn't entirely accurate. Just a couple minutes of my sketch pad should suffice.
I'm afraid that can't be arranged. You're gonna do it from this, or you don't do it at all. I'm not a fucking
Not
chump.
gonna work.
And who the fuck are you? Hobo? Fuck you doing here?
I'm
You lost?
here. I was here to get the statue, overalls.
Oh, clever. That's real clever. You some kind of wise guy?
No, no one's ever called me wise. But it's not gonna work, and I think you know that.
Why do I know that?
Because she's not stupid. And she's, she's quite powerful and all.
Are you calling my idea stupid, son?
Yes.
I like the balls on this one. You can keep them for now. But cross me again, and I'll take them from you. Do you understand?
Just trying to help.
No. Now, you're just gonna go back, gonna continue with your arrangements. Maybe you're gonna take this guy here, Vincent, to the hospital, patch up his wound. He fell over by the looks of things.
Yeah.
You draft up my new angel. Once it's ready, you tell Miss Rita everything's gonna be fucking fine, and that the delivery's gonna be made on time. And then you walk away from this. Sound good?
I think we're all amenable to the stipulations laid before us.
Good. Well, it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
That it has. And here's to our continued successful business ventures.
Thank you, Mr. M. Thank you for a
You're
bullet.
welcome. He turns on his heel with a cigar and moves to leave away from the place. Mr. Valentine's, oh my, we best get some help to this man here. Please, help.
Hang on. And Percy goes
all
over
over your floor.
with his tie. Percy goes over and like wraps his tie around Vincent's leg. And I'm mostly like, I know nothing about first aid, so I'm probably like putting the tourniquet below the bullet wound. But what I'm doing is looking around, delaying. If it looks like Magnolia's about to actually leave, I'm just going to lean down with Vincent and be like, "Be able to find the fuse box?"
Yeah, you still want this place blown up? I can do that. I certainly can do that.
Hang on. We're almost done. The bleeding's almost stopped. Wait till Magnolia leaves. Yeah, all right, here we go. Hang on a second. You ain't gonna bleed out today. Maybe tomorrow.
And I'll start grab a napkin off the table. Gotta start, trying to get it out of the carpet.
Damn, that's
I
my
know
only
how-
weakness. Bullets and sharp objects and blood objects.
I think that's a weakness to most people, but that's fine.
Just objects.
Just objects coming in contact with my body in general.
Anywhere, just an object.
So
but
Vincent
yeah.
is going to actually try to whisper to Percy, "Statues next door."
And he kind of throws a wink. And after he ties the tie off, he's going to stand up. Oh, Cassie Sue, please come here. Perhaps you can get some. You can talk to the servants here and see maybe if you can get some towels and some hot water.
Yeah.
Statues in that room and right there. And maybe we could get this going here before this boy's lights go out. And he kind of like
Certainly. Well,
looks at
get
Vincent.
some
All right. So when Mr. Magnolia leaves, I
Yeah, he's
grab the detonator. Let's see. Oh yeah,
Wait.
I'm pushing.
Yeah, I think she'll get get the towels, come back and be like, now don't worry, the driveway's all clear, so we will be able to load you right up as soon as we get the bleeding stopped sufficiently enough.
So
to make sure they're out of the driveway, they've pulled out.
Yeah, as soon
Yeah,
as I got the
Magnolia's-
signal from my associates.
Yeah. Yep. You pull the trigger, the lights go out in the house. You hear is about, oh wow, what's going on here? Oh.
What?
Good
Oh,
heavens!
my.
There's some
Certainly the blood
bullets.
hasn't leaked. Certainly the blood hasn't leaked down into the wiring yet. My God, what? Where are we?
I think-
and,
I
I'm
think
gonna
Cassie-
kind of like stumble through the room and like bump into something, like be
Mhm.
bumbling and
And
innocuous
Cassie's gonna grab Thomas and go over the door.
and distracting. Yes.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just gonna be like, Mr. Valentine, where are you? And just try to get him out of the way.
Sure. Yeah, Valentine is, he's very confused. Oh, my power must have gone out again.
Again.
You gotta pay the bill, my good man.
This happens all the time.
It was
Vincent is
taxes
doing
and
what?
utility bill. Well,
What he does every day, and it's try not to die.
Who's moving for the
daily
door?
struggle.
Cassie.
Okay,
And
Cassie, you
Tom
move to
is
the.
going.
Cassie and
I
Tom, you
think-
move to the
and-
door.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I need you
It's locked,
to.
right?
Whoever's trying to unlock the door, yeah, needs to act under pressure to do this quickly.
Okay. Would you say that? Yeah, sure. I'll give it a go.
Yes,
this is
as if as
the
Monkey mentioned, it is 1 p.m. at this point, but it's a very overcast, grey day. It's really stormy, so when the lights go out, you can't see anything.
Well, also, it's such a big mansion that all the
One
some
of
of the
the
rooms might
bars
be
is-
interior.
I mean, he's got
blinds.
he's got blackout curtains,
Blackout
you know.
Don't worry.
It's just an eclipse.
Just an
Yeah,
eclipse. It's fine.
There's a convenience
12.
eclipse.
To act under pressure.
A 12 to act under pressure.
Pretty good.
You do it. It takes a little while, however, so it's not as fast as you'd like it to.
Uh-huh.
So Will, what I would like to do is use my second my second bound roll, and I want to call upon the inheritor to just make sure that these people can't get proper lighting into this room, and just when they go to try to open the curtains, like the rod breaks. They keep trying to do things to get light into the room, and it's just those crazy circumstances, like unfortunate accidents, things like that just keep the wait staff or the serving staff from rectifying the problem.
Absolutely, yeah. Cassie's taken a little while, but Cassie, as you this chaos is going on behind you. It's Downton Abbey deeply in the background. You open up the. It's such a great concept. You open up the door, and the room inside is dark as well, so you can't make out anything in there. And you can make out vague shapes. There might be something, like 15 feet ahead of you, but it's dark.
Yeah,
No windows in this room.
so I had one use of magical intuition left, and so she'll pull out like a lighter, because Percy or her's always smoking. So she'll flick the lighter, and I'll use learn where the illusion is weakest towards other dimensions to help hone in on the statue.
Okay. The statue is not here. Yeah, it strikes you that Mr. Magnolia might have thought about this. This Ocean's 12 move that you're trying to pull.
Alright. She'll be like, it's not here, Thomas.
What? Oh,
At least not in this room. Could be somewhere
At least not in this room.
Should we ask someone?
Did the help overhear that entire conversation?
No, I mean they're like they're trying to head down to the basement to figure out the
I
fuse box
would
situation.
like to use my sixth sense and discover or sense a clue or lead to the statue.
Ooh.
Dun dun dun. Yeah. The statue was certainly here. Something tells you, Thomas, that the statue was here recently. But some scrape marks along the floor show where it was moved.
I follow the scrape marks.
Yeah, I followed Thomas. He seems to be leading somewhere.
It leads you basically to a set of big doors, which leads to a servant entrance outside. They moved the statue probably earlier today. Maybe as soon as the phone call.
So I'm outside. There are tire marks, or a heavy lorry could have potentially been.
Nothing that you're going to be able to follow back to a source.
No, I didn't
Right.
think so. But it's not
In that
here,
case,
basically.
Cassie will be like, alright, well, it's not here, let's go back upstairs. And she'll have done the lock on the back of the door to close it so it looks like, the room was never opened.
Okay.
Okay, head back.
At this point, the power has started coming on in the next couple of minutes here. People have got like lamps and stuff and lighters to try and oh man, this is very how unfortunate.
Yeah, when the lights go back on, Percy's
lights
just
went
sitting in a chair, just like smoking his pipe, like.
Yeah, the power comes back onto the place.
Just bleeding here.
Something blue down there.
I got some towels.
Perhaps we should call for an ambulance for this young man. He seemed to have fallen over.
No ambulance.
I think they just winged him. We'll run him by the hospital.
Yeah, I've got some tea towels so you don't bleed all over our RV. It's terrible trying to get out.
I mean, are you sure? I mean, it's a bullet hole in his knee. It's quite serious, right?
We'll take you to the hospital.
I'm sure this will be fine. A little misunderstanding. Mr. Magnolia is a very busy man. He came all the way from the shipyard for today, so let's just maybe calm things down here, and let's see the group of you out here, and I've got a lot to be dealing with here.
Obviously. Might want to get your power. You might want to get an electrician in here or something.
I know a good man.
All right. I'll be seeing you soon.
Yes, you will.
All right. And he closes the door to the mansion.
That wasn't here, Percy. I moved it this morning.
Yeah, it's probably good that we did not try to go ahead with the plan while everyone else was here. That would have been nasty.
Yes, it would have been.
Everybody, are we in agreement that probably the statue, it might be out at these shipyards?
Yep.
That sounds likely to me. I'm thinking, Percy, I don't know about you, I'm thinking I make 2 replicas of that statue.
Oh, my dear Cassie Sue, I could kiss you right now if we weren't in mixed company.
I wouldn't mind the romance, but you two have any idea? Well, besides me, bleeding to death and all that.
Oh yes, wrap another towel around that. We don't want to get on the.
Any idea where are we going to build a statue without Damian having, suspecting anything?
It's easy. It's easy.
To cross Sister M.
Yeah, we tell him exactly what we are doing. It's a double triple cross. You see here, Vincent.
It's a double triple cross.
Yeah, we tell him, hey, we're going to give you this statue.
Tiffany, we would not double cross her. Therefore, we are triple crossing her.
Exactly.
Well,
we're not breaking our word at all.
I don't think that's a good idea. I think she'll know it's a fake instantaneously.
Well, of course she will. We're going to tell her that it's a fake. Yes. Wink, wink. In order to get done with the whole thing. And then we actually send the statue with explosives to Mr. M. His thing gets blown up, and then we say, oh, the statue must have been lost. I guess I don't know where it is. And then we sell the statue to our secret third party.
Third interested party.
Thomas, listen to me. Listen to my dying words. We're going to triple cross somebody. And I may not be a man of the world, but I know something about crosses. They're good against vampires, I guess. And
yes,
I think that Mr. Damian,
we are only being kept to the letter of our word. That is how to follow these agreements.
Maybe
go. We promise never to
a Dracula werewolf or something, because it just. I've been to his room, not in the biblical sense. I mean, the room was empty, so there's something suspicious brewing up there. Now that we got that out of the way, I would really appreciate if you guys could drop me this address.
We'll drop you off at the hospital on the way to the shipyards, don't you worry.
Well, is that actually a hospital?
We'll pick up some cements and chicken wine. I gotta make that statue.
So Vincent, while we have you here on the way to wherever it is this address is, I couldn't help but notice that you work for Mr. M.
Oh yeah, I told you that already. Yesterday, remember?
You did, didn't you?
That I was sent to spy on you and Miss M.
And how much did you spy on us exactly?
Oh, I was just supposed to. Well, you were there when I reported to him.
Remember? So there wasn't another call?
No, not another call. I don't know if you noticed. So I'm actually leaning towards Percy and trying to do the same thing he does with his eyes and failing miserably. I wouldn't do that. We are together in this mess. Now we're going to. I just have to pick either to bleed to death or to become a fucking tree.
Oh, come on now. We have compacted the wound. We have stifled the bleeding as much as we can, and we are en route to your salvation. And here's the thing:
more than enough to stop a boat bleed.
Yeah, you did. Oh.
And here's the thing: you need to know about that you did not know about crosses, and why this triple cross will work is. You remember the story of Jesus up there in Galilee? There were 3 crosses.
There were 3 crosses.
That is what happened. when it saved the world. So a triple cross can be a good thing from time to time.
It's indeed biblical.
So
I
does
think
that
pissing
go
off
ahead,
two
Thomas.
people for a triple cross is a really bad idea.
But we can't double cross.
Pissing off one is manageable, but doing two, I think that's a really bad idea. I'm just I'm not really much one of the world, but even I can see that. In my opinion, I still think we should do what Miss Rita said. Go and get that statue and report back to her. And then at least we only have one pissed off person to deal with instead of two.
That is a good idea.
I'm glad you agree. But we're
Let's
not
go
gonna
find
do
that statue. And we'll stop at the hardware store on the way. I'm going to need a lot of cement. Because obviously we're going to swap Mr. M's statue with the explosive one.
Oh,
I have no
most
problem
definitely.
with that. I have no problem with that.
Oh, most definitely.
I didn't know you two were sculptors.
Oh, we have many talents.
Oh, let me tell you,
Oh,
Kathy
wow.
Sue, that woman can use her hands like few people in this world.
Thomas looks at her hands.
Don't stare too long. Your eyes are gonna get stuck there, boy.
Really? He stares
Thomas.
just directly at the hands.
Thomas, my good friend,
Yeah.
my partner in life and death. Didn't you say that you had something with your hands that could, like, heal people?
Yeah, I can, but, it's not as simple as that.
What do we need is exactly?
Well, we
how do we simplify it?
Yeah, do
Well,
you
we
need like hydrogen
need-
peroxide or some rubbing alcohol?
No,
maybe some
we just need
dolls?
one other person that doesn't mind being hurt.
I see.
Damn it.
And it's somewhat unpredictable.
So you're saying you can merely transfer the malady from one to another?
That's a very good way of putting it. Yeah.
Ah,
Well, I'm sure that on our way to the shipyard or in the shipyard, we're going to find a lot of potential candidates, if you catch my drift.
It's a bit of a shame I
Potentially.
didn't do that while Mr. M wasn't there. I could have transferred it there. Would have been quite
Oh, never
nice.
mind. You were just,
But quite
safekeeping your
touched, so I
balls,
don't think he
so
would let me touch.
It's all right.
Now, does this transference only work on humans, perchance, or does it work on animals and the like as well?
I don't know. I never tried to hurt a small animal.
non-human entities?
Yes.
Like what?
Not human.
I never tried.
Hmm.
Only did it with person to person. And not very often. It's
Well, you don't want to wear yourself
quite
out now.
intense. Yeah, it's quite intense and not always predictable.
I see.
But I can do it if you want. If one of you two would like to volunteer.
I mean, Vincent definitely needs some medical assistance. If
Yeah,
you
we're
get
driving to the
shot, you can't
hospital
just-
right now.
So you could, you could try and help him out now,
Well,
or you
this-
could just wait
this
to go
had-
to the hospital.
Yeah, this address that you gave us, is this somebody you know on the sly that can help this?
I assume Vincent will know at least one person that takes care of bullet
Yeah,
wounds
yeah.
without raising too much fuss about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's like a private doctor that doesn't ask any questions.
Yeah.
Who knows the deal?
So here's the deal. Here's my proctologist for bullet wounds. If you catch my drift, wink, wink.
Oh, you mean he didn't shoot
So,
your ass?
worst
Okay.
case scenario, let's go to SeaWorld and transfer the wound to a dolphin. And I always hate those guys. God damn it. Thinking they're more intelligent than us.
There's a conspiracy theory about the dolphins working for the Soviets.
Totally.
Antennas, chips implanted in them. Read in the news. Read in the news the other day.
Yes.
I don't want to hurt a dolphin.
What if it's a communist dolphin, Thomas?
Yeah, there's a war on. It might have cooled even further, but it's still a cold war.
It's still a dolphin. I mean, I guess it didn't choose to be a communist.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Those Soviets can be awful persuasive sometimes.
I mean,
I'm sure we
can if
we
you
can-
want, but I don't know if it works with animals. I don't know.
Well, no, it's just
No mind then.
keep it in mind.
Get me to this guy, okay?
I could transfer it to the guy that we're going to see.
No,
Let's just
don't
let's
worry
just take
about
him
it,
to the
buddy.
dock.
We'll think about on the way.
But while we're at the docks, if we do happen to see any dolphins with antennas coming off them, or
Perhaps a
might not.
stray cat or a dog, maybe a bird.
So here's the deal.
let's try it
Let's
out.
just
An
forget
ant.
about the dolphin business for a sec, and leave me and Thomas to the doctor, and you guys hit the hardware store and get your little art and
Yeah, we'll
craft
just
project.
drop you
you
off
know.
at the doctor's office, pick up some crafting materials.
And then we hit the shipyard to see if there's another way we can fuck this up further. I mean, it's not like anything went wrong, right?
We might have to.
I've been worse.
Because we have no idea where this thing in the shipyard is.
Oh, trust
Yeah,
me, we
shipyard's
can
pretty
look
big.
around.
So we
But,
might need to
but-
dang you.
I'm sure we can look it up in the phone book. They've got addresses in there.
The shipyard.
You know, shipyard. There can't be too many of them on the coast. A small shipyard.
Or we can just do what Mr. Magnolia advised us to do. You just follow the money. Find out
That's
which
very
one is
true.
in his name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, if you know that, so you do that, and I'll.
Well,
look
perhaps
up-
I can try to look that up while Miss Cassisu is constructing her constructions, because I'm
Okay.
not one for that.
No. It's
All right.
dear.
All right. All right. Well, let's go to the doctor.
Okay.
Yeah, presumably you guys are on the way. I
Just
guess,
in the RV
and-
with an empty trailer behind us.
Just-
Drop off the doctor, drop me off at the hardware store, and then Percy goes.
It's on the
and
way.
When we're
on the way.
unloading Vincent, Percy's gonna just try to like take the gun out and just leave it in the RV. Let's go ahead and just leave this here. This doesn't need to be sitting around all day.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I need to, like I'm trying to secret it away from him because he seemed kind of
I'm a bit attached.
taken with it.
Attached.
No, don't worry. It is just a safe place in town. I mean, a hardware store is full of people who, might notice a gun in your pocket.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to let it leave the RV, so not sure I want
You know
to.
what they say about hardware stores? There's always people there like,
Yeah.
just want a gun.
Is that a gun in your pocket, or you're just happy to see a hardware store?
Oh, you've come here to lay some pipe. I see. Well,
So Vincent
Yeah.
gives back the gun again, trying to failing miserably to do the sad puppy eyes, like,
Yep.
and grabbing the thing and trying not to let it go.
hmm
Right.
And
But eventually, yeah.
and then we'll take him in and Thomas, I don't suppose I could get that phone back from you, could I?
Oh, sure. He hands him back the phone.
Actually,
Thank you.
you don't think it would be a good idea if we have a phone in case you run into any?
don't you
No
have
trouble.
a phone, Mr. Vincent? I think Thomas
don't
is going
have
to
one.
be
Yeah.
with you.
Sorry, having
yeah, I
a
just-
bullet
It
in
must
your
be the blood loss. It's all right. dear.
yeah, having a bullet in your body kind of fucks up with your magnetic fields and your memory.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
I
you
can
want me
understand
to?
that.
You want me to go with Vincent?
And if you'd like, just make sure
I mean-
everything gets taken care of, or you can go
I
with
mean,
one
yeah,
of us.
I'm not sure.
I mean, if you
I
want
can help.
Well, if you'd like to come
How?
with me, I'm going to drop Miss Cassie Sue off at the hardware store to collect everything she needs, and then I was going to hit up the county office and maybe look at some tax records. If you'd like to help
Okay.
with that.
Because we don't believe in the
Sure.
internet.
Sure. Okay.
The internet can be changed. The internet can be altered. It can be
I mean,
falsified.
anyone can edit Wikipedia.
It says it right there on the page.
Unresponsible.
So you have looked at the internet because you know it's on the
we
page.
looked at. I mean, yes,
I walk by a
everyone's
store, I
seen
see a
the
computer.
internet.
Yeah.
Oh, I
People are always on their I don't know what they call them, intelligent phones, smartphones. Yeah,
I
Mhm.
don't know. I don't
I don't know either. People are they just don't even see the world right outside the field of vision, just looking at their phone all day.
I'll stay in the RV. Yep.
All right.
All right.
Okay. So you drop off Vincent at the
Doctor.
at the doctor's, and then you're headed to the hardware store to
Pick up all
some
the things I need to make 2
concrete.
statues.
You've got a
And then
shopping
we go.
list.
Yeah, when
Yep.
we stop by the hardware store. Actually, you know what? Before we move on, Casto, since we're all here, I want to try something right quick. And I pull the
All
other
right.
phone that I gave Thomas out,
Uh-huh.
and I pull my phone out, and I call it to where it's picking up, and then I sit it down on the table, pull the gun out, and I shoot the phone.
So we have an open line.
So I have an open
Ooh.
line while it's happening. So I want to see, does the phone just drop call, or does there, what reaction happens when that happens?
Yeah, what do we hear? Get on speaker.
Oh,
I'll
that's
have it on
really
speakerphone.
interesting, actually. Yeah. You. You know what?
We're
Roll
smart.
me
Occasionally.
a plus willpower.
Ooh.
The both of you.
Okay, sure. I'm pretty good at willpower.
I got a plus
I got
one.
2.
Should I do it? I'm there, but I'm not really.
Yeah, you could roll it.
Yeah, I'll do it. Why not? Why not?
Oh, I got a 9.
I got a 10.
Oh,
I got
no,
16.
plus
Thomas's.
anything.
All right.
Not
As
paying
the
attention.
So we succeed more than we fail, but
Actually,
Yeah,
he's probably
as this-
paid more attention to the gun because of the dream. So he's
Yeah,
very
'cause of the dream, that
fascinated
makes
with
sense.
that gun.
yes. As this happens,
too busy thinking
the
about that
three
stuff.
of you all fall asleep, and you each have some very interesting dreams.
Oh boy.
We weren't driving when this was happening, right? It's
No. We're in the hardware store parking lot. We're in the
Yeah.
parking lot of Home Depot. We're sitting there in the RV, like, all right, we're gonna drive.
As you guys fall asleep, that is actually where we're gonna end tonight's episode of Kult Divinity Lost, because I've got a scene with Jolene I need to have, and this is a nice little cliffhanger for the.
This
group
gives
of us.
Will a
Always-
week to think about what happens with that phone.
Yeah,
that's still on the
exactly. It gives me a week to think about these dreams and to see what horrific things might happen to you. I do know that there is a monster coming my way, thanks to a donation from earlier on there, which may have something to do with all of this. Can neither confirm nor deny this, but oh boy. What an episode. We had Vincent shot in the leg, we had a confrontation with Magnolia, we had a cool dream gun teleportation device uncovered. Oh boy, let's actually quickly go around and see if we've unlocked any of our dramatic hooks. So Cassie, I think you had to complete a task for the Inheritor and perform a selfless act?
Perform an act of selflessness or kindness, which no. I
Nope.
considered volunteering to get the wound transfer. I was like, she would fucking do that. No.
It's not gonna do
Those
that.
two are going to be sitting there for quite a while, I have a feeling. It's going to be.
Yeah. Thomas hasn't yet had a chance to confront Damien or uncover the truth about Jolene's relationship, because Damien has been elusive, let's say. He's very quick to be out the door to avoid that conversation. Did Percy confront Cassie about the Inheritor? I mean, they had a little confrontation with dream stuff, but
I did at the beginning, but I didn't feel like it was worth pushing because it didn't go that far. And I mean, I was going towards that.
She was kind of shaken too, and was just like, "My dream. Let me tell you about this gun."
Yeah, and the only other one I had was get one over on someone, and I don't think that really happened. Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
it kind of
yeah.
did at the end, though. We did at least dupe Mr. Valentine. It wasn't there, and they got one over on us, but we did.
That's
technically
true.
switch his
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
We did blow his bracelet.
I'm stretching it pretty thin there, but
We'll leave that one for now. Vincent, I think Vincent investigated the object of the occult. He had a look at the gun.
Yeah.
He got to investigate the gun. So
Finally.
I'd say you completed that. That task there.
Righty.
Yeah. Okay, did we learn anything new about our characters today? We learned that Vincent distrusts hardware stores. We learned Kirsty and Cassie have a deep-founded hatred for communism. And all of its dolphin allies.
We did.
I learned that well, I mean, Percival is starting to get like he has an odd animosity towards Cassie and the Inheritor. Like,
Yeah,
he doesn't understand it. That's the thing. It's like he doesn't really understand it, but like he does not like that. Even though they did make the deal together, I don't know. He just feels they're too chummy.
Definitely feels very jealous of playing second fiddle to the Inheritor, and I think he truly believes that he is second in, and that's bugging him quite a bit.
Yeah.
So I definitely learned that.
We definitely learned something new about the truth in that Mr. Magnolia is not fully human. So there's an extra for each of you. And have we challenged ourselves? I'd say that was a pretty challenging scenario to talk yourselves out of and survive. That was.
I was about to pull the hat off,
was.
but I realized some people probably would have died if I'd have pulled the hat off.
And Mr. Magnolia wasn't human, so I mean, it would have been the Inheritor versus whatever Mr. Magnolia is. Through us.
Yeah, would have been interesting. That may yet come to pass. We'll have to wait and see. So we just have to give Vincent a new dramatic hook for next week's episode. I think he needs to get better. First of all,
overcome his fear of hardware stores.
That may never happen. I mean, it could be something as simple as just like heal up.
I think recover from being shot.
Recover from the wound.
I think that this brush with the supernatural again has given him an excuse to reevaluate his values. So I think that doing a selfless act would come into place. Like, he has been hurt before, but he's starting to realize he might.
There's different levels.
This is completely fucked up, so maybe it's time to start, paying all debts when it comes to karmic debts. I mean, make something good.
Give out some good karma.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. All right then. Well, that's what we're going to do in tonight's episode. If you guys enjoyed it, please do let us know. If you haven't checked out Kult's Divinity Lost yet, definitely worth a read through, worth picking up at your game store or via their website, Kult Divinity Lost, or of course at modifius.net. But let's get around the cast and crew for tonight. Did we enjoy ourselves? Where can we find you wonderful people online? Let's start with Lindy here.
Yeah, had fun. A little stressful there. Cassie is. She wants that statue. She just wants to.
That's bad.
That's all she has to do is just touch it. And yeah, she's just very single-minded, and I loved a lot of the stuff that happened today. There were so many just good little moments of people like, well, let me just backpedal a little bit. There's a lot of backpedaling today. But you can find me online at Laugh Love Lindy, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. I play and GM a lot of games, including Call of Cthulhu here every Tuesday at evening, 5 to 8 p.m. Eastern. They fought Nazis and had birthday cake yesterday, and then somebody died. So, that's about how my games go. You can also check out my channel. It's Friday night for Aliens Blade Runner mashup, and then Saturday morning for Teenagers from Outer Space.
Dope. Awesome. And Tom, how's that tonight for you, my friend?
Yeah, that was good. It was a lot of good. We've learned that we're in the middle of two somewhat powerful non-human entities. That's where exactly you want to be. That's a sandwich you want to be the meat in. and that there is no real escape, and no matter what decision we choose, we're basically screwed. So it's great. What worries me is Thomas is the voice of reason, telling them we don't want to screw with these two powerful entities. One's fine. Choose a side which one you want to do, but not both of them. But yeah, I think slowly Thomas is beginning to learn, develop, come into his own, but slowly. But yeah, I'm Thomas, or Redundant UK. I'm on Encounter Roleplay for today. I'm also on RPG Webby for After the Fire, Game of Thrones, normally on Thursdays at 9 p.m. GMT, but there isn't going to be one tomorrow, so that'll be for next week, and I stream a bit. So if you want to watch me play games and stuff, go to my channel, Redundant UK. Yeah. That's it.
Fantastic.
That's it.
Bruins.
Well, one thing that Thomas should know is, at least Percival and Cassie, we've already chosen our side with powerful entities. So these two Johnny-come-latelys, they've already missed the boat when it comes to our loyalty. This was a fun session. I do look forward to seeing what happens when shit just cuts loose with powers and guns and bullets start flying, powers start flying. It's going to be an interesting day. So we'll see what that happens here. We'll kick that can down the road another week or so. But I can't wait to see what it is. I am Pruitt, one half of WebDM. We have videos on YouTube on Wednesdays today. The video today is what the hell do you spend your gold on? And so check that out for ideas for that. Also, I'm here on Encounter Roleplay on Friday for a Dread game, Judge Dredd in the world of 2000.
2080, yeah, you got it.
2080, and also want to talk about a new show that I started last night on the WebDM channel, taking a break from Starward Bound to start up a Numenera game called Breath of the Fall. We had our session 0 last night, and it was a riot. Had everyone pretty much make the world for me. DM should do that. You have to do half the work when you do that. It's pretty great. It's pretty awesome. So I'm going to do that from now on. But yeah, check that out on Tuesday nights on the WebDM Twitch at 6 p.m. Central. But yeah, can't wait till next week to see how this all shakes out.
Fantastic. Awesome. And last but not least, Sam.
Hey everybody, I never had so much fun fumbling every roll in one session before.
Dude, I'm so sorry for you today.
Oh no, it was fun. I just love it. Paintagram at Twitter, Sam Araya Art. At Instagram, you can follow me and see my art in Instagram and Twitter. You can also go to my website and see more of my horror-inspired art. Very appropriate for this role-playing session, which is at arayaart.com, and you can also follow me on Patreon and get a glimpse of the stuff that I've been brewing here at the studio, as well as getting some exclusive rewards for wallpapers and photos of my process.
Awesome. Fantastic. Well, my friends, we're going to be back same time next week for more Kult Divinity Lost. We hope that you guys have enjoyed the show tonight, and we will see you next week. But until then, try not to roll too many nat ones, because we want to be laughing when you do. Good night, everybody. Bye.